What do we do if he pulls away? I'm teasing. Totally teasing. Do not do that. Okay. I get it. When he pulls away, it can bring up all kinds of feelings, right? Our anxiety gets notched up a few thousand degrees. We start thinking we're losing them. What is happening? My world is falling apart. At least for any of us who have some anxious attachment or some wounding, which, 100% of humanity does. So to some extent, this is likely affecting you. So I'm going to share some things to help you get through this so that your life doesn't completely fall apart if a man pulls away, and how to get through this from actually a place of empowerment and from a place of pulling our energy and holding our power in this situation. I'm Stephanie Allen. I work with women to rehabilitate our relationship with ourselves so that we can have empowered relationships with others. If you want to show your appreciation, you can go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help. And if you're looking for more content like this in your feed regularly, go ahead and subscribe and hit the alert bell, and I will see you in your inbox. So why does this even happen? Why does a guy pull away? Well, look, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I know every freaking reason a guy is going to pull away, but it happens. And frankly, it really doesn't matter. What really matters is how we're able to handle it when a guy does pull away. But just to put our minds at ease, let's go over a few reasons, which could be like, if you guys are in a relationship, for example, it could be like the man cave thing is real. I mean, just like think about yourself. We need our own time too, right? We need our downtime. We need our private time. We need our solo time. Same thing for them. Men are not immune to that. So sometimes they just need to like go off and fix their world's problems like off and away. So it can be that. This is a little bit harder to handle when you're in the dating arena and when things are new and they pull away. Whoo, doozy, man. That can pull up some strong emotions there. If you're single or dating and you guys are new and this happens, it can be far more jarring. So if that's the situation, I mean, look, bottom line, your worst fear could be valid. Could be that he's rethinking things. It could be that he's recalibrating, like, I don't know if this is right for me. I'm not going to blow smoke up your bum. Like, that could totally be happening. I will say this, though, that with all my circles of girlfriends and all my 40 years experience in life, this is a trend. Man and woman come together. It seems to almost 100% be the case that at some point in the early relationship dynamic, the guy has to like pull away and go off and figure shit out and then come back. So look, the bottom line is either way, whether you're paired up, whether you're single, you gotta let it happen. You just gotta let it happen. So what do you do when a guy pulls away? You let him pull away. If you're single and he needs to go recalibrate and like doubt whether or not you guys are right together, freaking let him. If you guys are together and he just needs some time on his own, maybe he's recalibrating too, you let him. You gotta let him. Like chasing him down and trying to show him that, we're actually everything that you're looking for, or I am the answer to all of your problems, frankly, is a sign of desperation. To me, it's an indicator that we need something from them so badly that we're willing to not allow them to be who they need to be, do what they need to do. We can't hold ourselves up on our own 2 feet if they take away their affections, if they cause any shred of doubt within us. So honestly, this is our responsibility to hold our own power, right? To have the confidence in ourselves, to know our value and know our worth. And if we're freaking out when a guy pulls away, for sure, 100% it's an indicator that our value system is off, that we have plugged into them for like validation, for acknowledgement, for core human needs that are totally valid and essential and necessary. And it's okay to plug into people a little bit, for some of that stuff. But the telltale sign of whether it's healthy or not is if it goes away, are you okay? There's your barometer. So if they go away and you are not okay, that means we have some work to be doing. So we're going to get into that a little bit. So here's how it works. When they pull away and all this shit gets stirred up, we have to listen. We have to listen to all those little voices. It doesn't mean we have to believe them. It doesn't mean we have to follow them into the pits of despair, but they have a voice, and all these feelings are attached to a message that some part of ourself is trying to convey to ourself, whether it's the 5-year-old from kindergarten who, I don't know, something happened and they feel neglected or abandoned, or, honestly, the stories don't really matter in the end. If they come to you, great, but they're not essential in order for this kind of integration or healing to happen. So don't focus on if you don't really know where it's coming from. That's okay. The point is to validate all those feelings that are happening inside of you. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling rejected, if you're feeling neglected, if you're feeling all of those things, listen to them. Say, okay, wow, whoo, I am feeling that. Well, what is it saying? What's that part of me saying? What do I need here? Okay, like have a conversation with yourself. And this is like a bigger process to go through than in a 5-minute video or whatnot. If you need help with this, you can go to my free class, which I'll link below. Likely, the bottom root of it has something to do with our value, has something to do with I'm not good enough, I am not lovable, something as basic as that. And what's happening is that when they have pulled away, our nervous system is telling us, I'm not safe anymore. I'm not safe anymore. I'm not enough. I am not lovable. Something about this isn't safe. And we need to step in and be the caretaker there and self-soothe and also fill ourselves up. Allow yourself to be your own source of value. Allow yourself to be your own validation, and to pull the plug out of him and become your own source for that. And there's some different visualizations you can do to do this exercise. Again, in my free class, I go over some of those. But that is essentially the magical, freaking powerful ass work we can do if this is happening for you, if you're freaking out when he pulls away. And so when we do that and we're able to come back to center and sit in our own value and our own worth, then that gives us the freedom to let him do him. Let him do what he needs to do. Let him come back and choose you. Let him, whatever needs to happen. And it also gives you the ability to keep your heart open, which is so clutch, right? Because oftentimes when we're triggered like this, our heart closes, we become combative, they become the enemy even because we're not getting what we need from them. And our nervous system goes into fight or flight. So all kinds of crazy stuff can happen. By doing this exercise, by reorienting ourselves back to self and back to center, we can calm our nervous system down and keep our hearts open so that if our partner is pulling away, we can actually be there for them when and if they need it. We can, from our heart, fully say, hey, I'm here for you when you reemerge, or however you need me right now, you tell me. I'm going to let you have your space, but I'm here for you when you're ready. Or if you're dating and it's a little bit more kind of new and fresh, it gives you the ability to be like, cool, I've got my own life. I've got all of this to fill me up and keep me busy, and you do you, that's fine. And you wait for them to show you and to show you themselves, to reveal themselves to you. But that's not for you to chase. I hope this was helpful. I know it's not a pill you can take or an overnight fix, but it is work that will actually help you transform so that the next time this happens, you won't be so reactive. You'll have more of a sense of self about you, and you won't be so knocked off your center. And hopefully it just gets better and better as you continue to reorient back to you. All right, that is it for now. I hope this was helpful once again. If you need help with doing some of this work, you can go grab my free course down below. Also, you can show your appreciation by hitting the like button on this video. And if you want more content like this in your feed, hit the subscribe and alert bell. All right, I will see you in the next video. Until next time, be bold, be beautiful, and be brave. See you then.